Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Friday, April 10th. I'm Grant Olson. Here are some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Opponents of Washington's new Millionaire tax have launched a court challenge to overturn it, and a Chelan County couple are among the plaintiffs. The Wenatchee Valley may see smoke next week from a planned burn in the Upper Wheeler Reservoir area. Chelan County and Fish and Wildlife carry out controlled burns. Showers in our weather forecast for Saturday, with much cooler temperatures expected next week. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. An unidentified person is dead following a Monday rollover collision that ejected both occupants from the vehicle. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office responded at 6:18 p.m. to the 1700 block of Swanson Gulch Road outside Manson, where deputies located a two-door convertible that had rolled down an embankment. One of the occupants was pronounced dead at the scene. That person's identity is being withheld until their body can be autopsied and their family members notified. The other occupant, 22-year-old David Rosas Rodriguez of East Wenatchee, sustained injuries and was transported to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle. Investigators believe alcohol was involved and a contributing factor in the crash. The collision remains under investigation. Opponents of Washington's new Millionaire tax have launched a court challenge to overturn it, and a Chelan County couple are among the plaintiffs. Benjamin and Lauren Petter have operated Blue Water Homes, a Chelan construction firm, since 2022. Ben is also president of Avara Construction in Redmond. The couple say they'll be subject to the new tax of 9.9% on household income over $1 million a year, which Governor Bob Ferguson signed into law back in March. The Petters are two of six individual plaintiffs and four organizations that filed suit Thursday in Klickitat County, arguing the tax law is unconstitutional and goes against state Supreme Court precedent. Former Attorney General Rob McKenna is representing their claims in court. It's not the first time Wenatchee Valley residents have sued over new tax measures. Douglas County developer Chris Quinn and orchardist April Clayton were among plaintiffs who unsuccessfully asked the courts to eliminate Washington's capital gains tax in 2021. The Icicle Valley Trout Unlimited chapter is trying to save a popular family fishing site in Leavenworth's Enchantment Park. Last year, progress was made on bringing Blackbird Island Pond's pump infrastructure up to date. However, the December floods caused significant damage to the pump system infrastructure and to the pond, which is now filled with debris. The pond is open and stocked each year for youth fishing programs. Trout Unlimited says it believes it can be ready for fishing again this year with some community support, and has a plan to clear a log jam at the pump house and debris from the pond, and work will also be needed to restore the bank, inlet, and pumps. A GoFundMe has been created with a goal of raising at least $20,000 to fund materials, equipment, and critical repairs. You can contribute by using the QR code you see on your screen. Chatbots and artificial intelligence are making their way to every corner of our lives. As of this week, that includes our calls to police and emergency services. Reporter Oscar Rodriguez tells us how the Wenatchee Valley's dispatch center, Rivercom 911, has been using AI to answer the community's calls for help.
Any residents calling Rivercom 911 about their non-emergency issues will no longer be talking to a person, but instead with an artificial intelligence called Ava as of today. Residents calling Rivercom before today would talk to one of several human operators at their real location here on the third floor of the Wenatchee Police Department building. But now, through a contract with Seattle-based company Irrigation, the AI will talk to callers in real time. We spoke to Doug Jones, Rivercom 911 Executive Director, about this new technology and the potential issues that residents may have.
We've done a lot of testing up until this time. We put on our website and our Facebook page, hey, when we're testing, so people can kind of have a sense of that. So over the last month or so, we've done segments of about 2 or 3 hours of testing at a time. So no surprises today on how it's going. We do have callers that are unfamiliar with it. And so that's, I think, one of the biggest challenges is, which I'm glad you're here today, is to educate people on how to really interact with the AI to get the best benefit from it. And to understand that it's not that your call isn't important, it's that your call is important, and we're doing the best efficiently to get your call handled while also not tying up the emergency services side of things. We get about 100,000 non-emergency calls per year versus 50,000 911 calls per year. And of course, we dispatch for all fire, police, and EMS. So our dispatchers, when you look at a dispatcher, that's how their time is drawn in that direction. With our primary mission being 911 calls and dispatching, we really wanted to look for a way to kind of divert some of those non-emergency calls that could be handled another way and save the personnel resources for what our primary mission is, which is 911 calls and dispatching to our law, fire, and EMS. So that's what we were looking at. We've had some staffing issues. So one of the things we were looking at as far as reducing the workload on our staff was trying to handle some of those non-emergency calls a different way. And this was a natural progression in thinking about a way we could do that.
Any concern that the AI is going to have a hard time picking up on any of the sort of nuance, the sort of natural nuance that you might expect in a human conversation?
As we're going through it, there are things that AI doesn't recognize, especially when you're talking about street names and things like that. And AI may misinterpret, or not misinterpret, but misname a street or something like that. So what we have the ability to do is to, in real time, go in and make changes so that next time AI hears that, AI knows that is actually Wenatchee, for example. That word is Wenatchee. So it is a process that the more we use it, the better it gets at recognizing some of those nuances. And I would just say to the public, the best way to use this is to talk to the AI agent, Ava, as naturally as possible. What you have people calling in and they're being very cryptic as far as how they're talking. So Ava will say, "Hey, how can I help you today?" And someone will say, "A report." Things like that, like they're talking to a phone tree or something like that. Where what we want people to do is say, "Hey, I need to file a report about my neighbor's dog who is barking all the time," things like that. That way, the more natural you are, the more she can gather the information and make it more natural for the caller, make it a better experience for the caller, and then get the information that's needed more efficiently and get that to a dispatcher.
You can read more about this story in this weekend's edition of the Wenatchee World. I'm Oscar Rodriguez reporting with NCWLIFE.
When we come back, a Bridgeport woman convicted of stabbing a convenience store clerk in the face received a 9-month. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell had the opportunity to place a call to space yesterday to ask the crew of the Artemis II mission a question. And irrigation water is now flowing freely through canals and feeding the farms of the Columbia Basin. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Vape companies market vaping as a de-stressor, but nicotine can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. 90% of those who quit felt less stressed, anxious, or depressed. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Click and RV Moses Lake Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Moses Lake Superstore. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge RV discount prices are here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake or clickitRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
A Bridgeport woman convicted of stabbing a convenience store clerk in the face received a 9-month sentence yesterday in Douglas County Court. 23-year-old Monica Mercado has no prior criminal record. 9 months is the high end of the standard sentence in Washington for second-degree assault. A Waterville jury convicted Mercado of assaulting the female clerk last fall at San Marcos Market. The attack appeared to stem from a verbal dispute between the two women a few days earlier. Mercado was also convicted of malicious mischief for slashing the victim's car tires. She'll serve out her sentence in the Chelan County Jail. Smoke on the horizon doesn't always mean a dangerous wildfire. This time of year, it often means a prescribed burn project designed to make forests more resilient against fire. The Wenatchee Valley may see some smoke next week from a planned burn in the Upper Wheeler Reservoir area as Chelan County and Fish and Wildlife carry out controlled ignitions on 35 acres of land. That's scheduled for Tuesday through Thursday as weather permits. The State Department of Natural Resources plans a similar burn that could start as soon as Monday in Okanogan County, involving 500 acres west of Conconelly. You can keep informed on these and other prescribed burns with an online mapping project headed up by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. That is available at the QR code you see on your screen. U.S. Senator Maria Cantwell placed a call to space yesterday to ask the crew of the Artemis II mission a question. The 4 astronauts were on a 10-day mission to the moon and back. Cantwell helps oversee NASA and the space industry as ranking member of the Commerce Committee. The mission has ties to Washington State through 41 different companies who are suppliers to NASA, including 2 who built the thrusters of the Orion capsule carrying the astronauts. Cantwell called in to congratulate the crew and invite them to visit Washington after their return.
As Americans who've traveled the farthest and seen direct observations that are proving so invaluable, once we go back and land humans on the moon, what are we going to learn from the human eye that the moon rovers couldn't tell us?
You know, I hope this really resonates because of right now and what's going on back there, at least what we hear about going on back home and in our communities. I think you all can feel the energy that this mission has brought. I really hope so. And one of the things that I was asked to talk about when I come back by one of my good friends, Tony Antonelli, he said, I want to know how it feels. There's going to be tons of pictures, but I want to know how it feels. And I think a rover can collect data a lot slower, but the human's going to be able to do it much faster. But then they're also going to come back and tell you how it feels. But physiologically, in a technical and medical sense, but also in an emotional sense, so that we can continue to have that human connection, not just the scientific and exploration, but the human connection.
Irrigation water is now flowing freely through canals and feeding the farms of the Columbia Basin. But getting those canals ready after winter can be quite a chore. The East Columbia Basin Irrigation District shared this video showing what's involved. Coming up next, NCW Life is helping your wallet and trying to save you a few bucks, especially during that midday meal. In tonight's feature story, we're hitting up a Wenatchee cafe that serves its meals with a touch of the islands. Expect showers in our Saturday outlook with nice weather Sunday and then much cooler next week. I'll have all your local weather details, and in sports, Cade Calvin has high school softball scores and highlights as the NCW Life Evening News continues after these messages.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The NCW Life channel is helping your wallet and trying to save you a few bucks, especially during that midday meal. Reporter Long Tran is checking out some of the best local places you can get lunch on a budget. In tonight's feature story, this week he's hitting up a Wenatchee cafe that serves its meals with a touch of the islands.
On this week's Lunch on a Budget, we're back in Wenatchee to check out Pinky's Fresh and Healthy Cafe. Let's check it out.
We opened in October, and the inspiration really came from our time both on the island of Maui, and I fell in love with acai bowls out there. And so when we had the opportunity to bring this to the valley, it kind of was like a perfect time. Pinky's Fresh and Healthy Cafe kind of became inspired by offering fruit-forward, acai, healthy options. So like no additives, no like added sugar, nothing that's really got any artificial things into it. And then my mom makes house-made small batch granola.
We make something that's clean, inviting, delicious. Like, I want to have more of that. My entire house smells like a big granola factory when I make this stuff, and it's like everybody walks in saying, "Oh my God, it smells so good in here." So the granola is my pride and joy,
and it's our staple.
And it's the staple of what we do here.
Hi, welcome to Pinky's.
Yeah, hi. I really wanted to try the Maui Dream Bowl.
Oh, it's our signature. Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love to get that for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Is that everything?
Yes.
Perfect. That will be $15.77.
Cool. Thank you. So for $15.77, you get a whole acai bowl that's super filling, fruit, granola. It's a great breakfast, great lunch option. If you have a recommendation for a lunch on a budget spot, email us at news@ncwlife.com. Reporting from Wenatchee, this is Long Tran, NCW Life.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic Friday. It was fantastic weather out there for our Friday, that's for sure. Check out this absolutely gorgeous shot from our Rondo Rock camera. I'm just going to get out of the way and let you enjoy this shot. You can see Turtle Rock, the left center of your screen, and just that beautiful reflection on a calm day on the Columbia River with just a few mid-level clouds out there this afternoon. And as I mentioned, it made for just a beautiful day today. As far as temperatures go, high temperature unofficially today, it was a nice one. 67 degrees, 7 degrees above where we should be at 60, but 10 degrees below our record high of 77, and that was set in 1968. This morning, 43, a few degrees above where we should be at 39, and our record cold, 29 degrees, and that was set in 2010. Sun came up this morning at 6:22, and it sets tonight at 7:43. All right, taking you to our temperatures as we get you into the upcoming weekend. Boy, it's going to be a nice start to the weekend, but showers in the forecast. We'll get to that. 68 for Moses Lake and Ephrata tomorrow, 67 in Quincy, about 65 for Wenatchee, Entiat, Chelan, a little warmer up in Omak, 63 in Leavenworth tomorrow, and 64 the high temperature for you folks in Kashmir. Taking a look at tonight, we're still seeing the remnants of high pressure, but look, two areas of low pressure now have moved into our weather picture, and that'll bring some showers, not so much tonight, but into our early morning hours of Saturday. Look at that low temperature tonight. It is going to be very mild at around 50 degrees. For Saturday, here's our weather maker. Off the coast of California, it's sliding some showers and moisture our way. About a 50% chance we'll see a shower, maybe a thunderstorm on Saturday. High temperatures in the mid-60s for tomorrow afternoon. On Sunday, it looks like a nice end to our weekend now. Partly cloudy skies throughout the state. We'll, see a little bit of a warm-up too on Sunday. High temperatures will get to the upper 60s, so a very nice end to our weekend is expected. And then on Monday, partly cloudy, breezy conditions, especially in the afternoon on Monday. That will usher in some cooler air with highs Monday afternoon into the low 60s. And then the big cool down comes our way on Tuesday. Area of low pressure to our north, and that's going to swing some clouds and moisture our way. Wind also a possibility, a 40% chance of rain on Tuesday and cooler. Only mid to upper 50s for highs on Tuesday. As we get into midweek Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, about a 30% chance that we'll see showers. Cooler, high temperatures, get this, by next Wednesday, only in the low 50s, which will be about 10 degrees below where we should be. And then by the end of our forecast on Thursday, our good friend high pressure moves back into the western U.S. We will see a little warm up because of that, with highs on Thursday in the mid to upper 50s. All right, time to take a look at your 7-day forecast now, and it's brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. What about tonight's overnight low? 50 degrees overnight tonight, 65 tomorrow. Don't forget about that 50% chance of showers for Saturday, possibly a thunderstorm. You might hear a rumble of thunder tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy and warmer on Sunday and 67, and then the breezy weather comes in along with some cooler weather. We'll see 63 for a high temperature on Monday, and then much cooler next week with a good chance for showers both Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 53 Wednesday and 57 the high temperature on Thursday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
High school sports is back. Join us all spring for live coverage of Wenatchee and Eastmont soccer, baseball, and softball. Brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage also sponsored by Global Car Care, the Hot Ender Golf and Grill, Apple Valley Honda, Sangster Motors, Valley Tractor, Save Mart, Caldwell Banker, Biosports Physical Therapy, and Dick's Heating and Air. Your home for high school sports, as always, is the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, sports fans. Kate Calvin here with you. A big night at the plate in local softball, plus we'll check in on some regional and national headlines. The Cascade Kodiaks hosted the Waterville-Mansfield Shockers in a Thursday night softball matchup. Cascade head coach True Merriman's group came out hot, putting several runs on the board in the first 2 innings to build an early lead. It looked like the Shockers might get overwhelmed until a big 4th inning got them back into the game. Waterville-Mansfield took advantage of wild pitches and worked several walks to close the gap. Kodiak shortstop Evelyn Sohn says Coach Merriman's message never changed.
She said just go out there, try your best, put your foot down, step on the gas, and that's what we did.
The Kodiaks responded in a big way, scoring 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th to take control back. Waterville tried to extend the game late, but Cascade shuts the door. The Kodiaks come away with an 18-7 win. Sohn says it's games like this that remind her what makes softball special.
I really like it because it's not just a single-person sport. You rely on a whole team, and that team becomes a family, and we all just get to know each other really well. We become really tight-knit, and it's slower paced, but it's a lot of critical thinking.
All right, let's check in on some scores now. The Kashmir Bulldogs hosted the Mount Baker Mountaineers. Bulldogs win big, 14-1. Ephrata swept Grandview in a doubleheader, 15-5 and 11-1 are those finals. And in varsity baseball, Kashmir shuts out Cleelum Roslyn 5-0. And in Thursday night soccer action, the Cascade Kodiaks battle the Warriors. They get the dub 4-2. The Quincy Jackrabbits fall to the Toppenish Wildcats in a close one. 3-2 is that final. In the National Basketball Association, Terry Rozier has been waived by the Miami Heat as the team prepares for the postseason. The move comes as Rozier faces federal charges related to an alleged gambling scheme, accused of providing information to help bettors on player prop bets. Rozier has been away from the team since October, when he was arrested following Miami's season opener. The Heat now have until Sunday to add another player to the roster ahead of the play-in tournament. And in the WNBA, Natisha Hiedemann has agreed to a 2-year deal with the Seattle Storm. The guard joined Seattle after a strong season with the Minnesota Lynx, where she was a key contributor off the bench. Meanwhile, the Storm are losing a key piece. Nika Ogumike is reported to be heading to the Los Angeles Sparks. Hiedemann averaged just over 9 points per game last season and finished as a runner-up for 6th Player of the Year. Seattle now looks to reload as the roster takes shape for the upcoming season. And finally, a fun moment outside the ballpark. The unveiling of Ichiro's new statue in Seattle didn't quite go exactly as planned. As the curtain dropped outside T-Mobile Park, the bronze bat snapped and fell, drawing some laughs from the crowd. The statue shows Ichiro in his iconic batting stance, and the Mariners were quick to fix the issue. Ichiro took it all in stride, joking that Yankees legend Mariano Rivera got him again. The Hall of Famer also pointed out the imperfection. Well, it felt fitting, saying after falling just 1 vote shy of a unanimous Hall of Fame induction, the broken bat was a reminder that there's still room to grow. Ichiro is just the 3rd Mariner to have his number retired, joining Ken Griffey Jr. and Edgar Martinez, who are also on hand for the ceremony. All right, that's a look at sports. Reporting from Wenatchee, Cade Calvin, NCW Life.
A new edition of the Wenatchee World is en route to your mailbox. Here's what to expect on Saturday from the Wenatchee Valley's local newspaper.
For Saturday's Wenatchee World, we have a story on CVCH educating ag workers about heat and fire. We also have a story, a roundup actually, from the Wenatchee City Council, including the North Wenatchee Avenue Trail Project. We also have a story about a Tesla supercharger station coming to Wenatchee at the Winco Foods. See all those and more at WenatcheeWorld.com.
Thanks, Emily, and that will do it for this Friday edition of the NCW Life Evening News. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great weekend.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCW Life Evening News, or go to our website at ncwlife.com, or you can visit us on Facebook. North Central Washington, the NCW Life channel has you covered.